Morning, gang. Happy Saturday morning. Okay, so hopefully we're getting some warmer weather for everybody here. I just got off the phone talking to a friend of mine out in Vegas, and he said it was in the 80s out there. It's supposed to be in the 60s here. Florida's got nice weather. Texas is in short sleeves. So hopefully we're seeing a little bit of spring here for everybody. Thank God, because I think we're all sick of winter. Of course, spring means tornadoes, and we saw that go through the South earlier this week. So hopefully everybody there is doing okay. I know I had a bunch of people say it came close, but didn't hear from anybody who said they got wiped out. So that's a good thing. So what I kind of wanted to talk about today, a little bit more on the serious note, is, and I'll just give it to you this way. Anybody ever heard the phrase keeping up with the Joneses? And I ask that because it seems to be almost an overwhelming constant questions I'm getting, okay, about, there was a guy in the video the other day. I wound up blocking him. If you've seen, we've seemed to be getting a bunch of trolls lately. But he's like, oh, this guy never gives any advice that you can act on or anything like that. Okay. Now, maybe I'm old school, maybe I'm not, but this is my belief, okay? I can't tell you what to do. Everybody's situation's different. This guy was complaining, saying, why didn't he just say, take all your money out of the bank and just buy silver with it? Well, that's idiotic, okay? Because, let's just think of some different things. Are you 25? Are you 75? Do you live in the city? Do you live in the suburbs? Do you live in the country? Everybody's situation's different. It's the same answer y'all hear me give when people ask me about their 401k plan or your IRA or anything like that. I can't give you an answer, okay? No prepper, no prepping channel should tell you that you need to do something, because what you need is different than what I need, okay? What am I supposed to tell you? Go plant 2,100 square feet of garden because that's what I did. Great. Tell that to Angry Prepper who lives in New York City. Where the hell is he going to plant 2,100 square feet of garden? He can't, okay? What works for me doesn't necessarily work for you. And so what I'm trying to tell everybody is I try to give you ideas, but you have to figure out if they work for you or not, okay? If it's possible and how you can do it. Just like you guys give me ideas, and I have to figure out if it works for me or not. We talk about gardening, and people have said, oh, I do my gardening in 5-gallon buckets. Great, that's what works for you. I've got the garden plot area, so I don't need to do that. People have talked about how do I garden on a patio, okay? And I've mentioned kiddie pools. I don't need to do it. I know it works because I've done it before, but my situation's different. I did the video the other day on the pistol crossbow. And while there were a lot of people that were appreciative of the video and hadn't seen it before, there were plenty of nasty comments in there going, oh, this thing's useless and all this sort of stuff. And my answer to everyone there was, fine, if it's so useless, stand in front of me and let me do target practice. And of course, instantly they shut up. Okay. People have to understand there is not a single prepper anywhere on YouTube, in real life, anywhere, that if they're telling you, you need to go buy this, that's when you need to instantly unsubscribe from them, okay? Because and stop listening to them if they're in real life, because nobody can tell you that, all right? They could say, oh, you need water purification. You need to buy a Berkey. Great, a Berkey's what, $300, $400 or something like that? Maybe that's not in your budget, okay? What are my alternatives? All right, you need to do water purification. No question there, I will agree. But, well, gee, you could use iodine, you could use bleach, you could use a life straw, you could boil your water and use, what's the damn thing I got over here called? I can't even think of the, zero water, okay? You could use an Alexa Pure or anything like that. But when somebody comes up and says, you need to buy a Berkey, and oh, by the way, there's a link right down here in the bottom where you can get it. All right. Bullshit. That's just telling you, hey, give me money, okay? Y'all know I don't believe in any of that crap, okay? I get the emails all the time now, sponsor our product. I've got them for USCCA. I got them from an earbud company. I told you about getting that candy bar thing or whatever it is. And my answer to every one of them is, no thanks, don't do that here, okay? Now, are there products I use? Sure, okay. And if they're good, I'll tell you about them. But I'm not going to tell you, hey, go out and buy this particular one, because that's up to you. My budget is different than your budget, and is different than every other person on here. Our life scenarios are different. Maybe somebody's on a homestead with 100 acres. Maybe somebody's in an apartment. Maybe somebody's got their house paid for free and clear. Maybe somebody still owes $200,000 on their house. Maybe somebody doesn't have any bills. Maybe somebody's up to their eyeballs in credit card debt, okay? What's your income? These things are all different. Nobody can come up and tell you, you need to do this. There is no such thing. Like I said, I've got the questions all the time about 401ks. I can't tell you, you need to take all your money out and put it in cash. I can't tell you, you need to put all your money in Bitcoin, okay? That's irresponsible. Not only as a former financial professional, that's irresponsible as a human being, all right? Me or anybody else should be able to tell you, this is what we're seeing, and then you should be able to make the decision. A lot of people ask questions. How much silver should I own? Okay. And I heard somebody say a week or so back, oh, everybody should have 200 ounces of silver. Based on what? Okay. 200 ounces of silver is about $6,000, $7,000 right now. It's a lot of money. Okay. Now, pick somebody, Brad Pitt, to go out and buy 200 ounces of silver, he can pull the cash out of his wallet, okay? For a lot of the rest of us, okay, I can't pull $6,000, $7,000 out of my bank account, out of my wallet or something like that and go buy silver. So where that number came up with, I have no idea. Now, I will say this, and you guys have asked me that when you asked me this question. Standard responsible investing says 5 to 10% of your savings should be in silver, in a regular market, silver and precious metals, okay? Silver, gold, copper, platinum, palladium, whatever the hell you want to buy, okay? 5 to 10%. That's in a regular market. But notice that's not a dollar amount. If you're worth $1 million and you want to buy 10%, go buy $100,000 worth of silver. If you've got $1,000 in the bank, go buy $100 of silver, okay? I can't tell you, you need to have this much. That's irresponsible, okay? Just like if I go into food, and you can all go on, there's countless websites. This is what you need to have in the way of your prepper pantry. You need to have 60 pounds of flour. You need to have 60 pounds of rice. You need to have 30 pounds of spaghetti. And the first thing I look at and go, am I feeding a family of 2 or a family of 12? Okay. Great. You need to have 60 pounds of flour. Okay, so I go out and buy 60 pounds of flour. Great, I've got 60 pounds of flour. Oh, but the whole family's gluten-free. Okay? I mean, there is no one-size-fits-all. This is what I said at the top, okay? Keeping up with the Joneses, who gives a rat's ass what somebody else is doing? You have to prep for you and your family. If you love Chef Boyardee, buy Chef Boyardee. If you've got a problem with salt, maybe you don't want to buy Chef Boyardee or Spam or whatever would, the running joke in the whole community is some people like Spam, some people don't like Spam. If you don't like Spam, don't buy Spam. Okay? If you do, you buy it, whatever would be. I keep harping at this. There is no one size fits all. Guys, please, when you're listening to my videos, when you're listening to anybody's videos, when you're talking to anybody at the gun shop, at the prepper show, at the sporting goods store or whatever, don't listen to the sales bullshit, okay? Think and go, this is what makes the most sense for me and my family in our situation, and therefore this is what we need, okay? Bug in, bug out situation, same thing. Hey, You live in the city and the world goes to shit? Yeah, chances are you're bugging out. You better have a really good bug out bag. Okay, but where's everybody bugging out to? Oh, they're leaving the city and coming to where places like I am. Okay, my bug out bag, maybe not as crucial as their bug out bag, because I'll tell you what, if shit goes down here at my house, I'm not bugging out to the city. Okay, so, you know, different things for different people. That's what you got to do. You got to focus on what works for you. And there's way too many variables between Mo, Larry, and Curly that all three of them should be doing the same thing. Okay. I wanted to put this one out because the questions keep coming up in emails, in comments, in whatever. And as much as I try to give people answers, there's just some of them that are completely impossible for me to answer. Okay. You know, I can't tell you where's a good place to buy land. That all depends on you. Do you want to live by a lake? Do you want to live in the mountains? Do you want to live where it's warm all the time? Do you want to live where it's cold most of the time? You've got to make those decisions on your own, guys. Okay. I'll help. I think every other responsible channel out there will help and give you ideas. But ultimately, you know, anybody that ever comes up and says, well, Pinball told me to do this, I want to backhand you, because I can suggest things, but everybody needs to make their own decisions. Take the information you have, process it, and go for it from there. That's just kind of what I wanted to put out for you guys today. I think it's important that everybody remember this. There is no one size fits all. Keeping up with the Joneses is not an effective way of prepping. So have a good Saturday, guys. Love you all. Pinball out.